Hello everyone, welcome to round 5 of the Subjective Noise AMS MCR Race Cars Championship. This was the qualifying session. Adelaide in Australia, a historic circuit. This is a shorter configuration compared to the one they used when F1 used to race here back in the day. And here we are on board my car, starting a flying lap into Senna chicane. Out of Senna chicane into Wakefield Road, braking into Wakefield Corner, Flinders Street, East Terrace, now going to Holt Street, right-hander, into Bartels Road. Now approaching a very fast right-hand corner, flat out, into Brabham Straight, approaching Duqueteville hairpin, and entering the circuit part of Adelaide. And on this section, full throttle, right hand corner, approaching Foster's Corner, leading into the main straight, and thus completing a lap of the Adelaide circuit. Unfortunately, I didn't do that well on this qualifying session. I could not find my rhythm, and I ended up like almost 1 second behind the leader, which put me on the last position to start race 1. But I would always have the reverse grid to have a better start for race 2, so let's see what happened. Now let's take a look at what happened on race 1 of round 5 here at Adelaide. So there I was at the back of the grid, ready to start race 1. Alan Gordon on pole position. And lights off. Here's a view of Senna's chicane. And approaching Wakefield Corner, I'm able to take a couple of spots there. Richard Cook trying to defend his position right alongside my car. Behind me, Richard Cook and Tom Staton. And Richard Cook gets his position back, and so does Tom Staton, approaching the hairpin. I was back on last position. End of lap 1, Foster's Corner. Starting lap number 2 on the last position of this race number 1 at Adelaide. Exiting Senna chicane. Let's take a look at the field, going through this very fast right hand corner that leads into Brabham Straight. And on the hairpin I make a very clumsy move on Richard Cook, but he gets his position back. In fact, I back up a little bit because It was not a good move from me. Here's the same situation, but on board my car, approaching the hairpin. I brake too late, go over the curb, and end up making contact with Richard Cook. So I back out of the gas a little bit and let him go. And I was back on last position. And again, approaching the hairpin, I make a move on Richard Cook, this time a lot cleaner, so I keep my position. I climb to 19th position. Here's a view of the whole field, going through the circuit section of Adelaide. You can see me there on 19th position, followed by Richard Cook. This is lap number 4, and I'm able to approach Tom Staten. Heading into turn 8, side by side with Tom Staten. I'm on the inside. I'm able to overtake him. Heading to the hairpin. I keep my position. Now 18th place. I was now following Patrick Sherrington. Braking into center chicane. Almost at the end of lap number 5. At Foster's corner, I tried to make a move on the inside. I locked my brakes. There's a battle going on in front of me. Everybody backed up, too wide. I'm able to pass the number 15 of Gilles Billings. Heading into turn 8, full throttle. Flat out. And braking into the chicane. Billings trying to get his position back. But I'm able to defend. Side by side again. Approaching Foster's. Gilles takes a pick on the inside, but I manage to keep my position. Then a chicane. I was P17 at this point. This is the exit of Foster's corner. Looking at the main straight, you can see the whole field going through. There I was, P17, starting lap number 12, last lap of race number 1, still on P17. I was just trying to keep my position. I knew I was gonna have a good start for race number 2, starting from P4. Last corner of race 1, sliding a little bit, P17. Let's see what happened on race number 2. And here we are on race 2, starting from P4. Side by side with Gilles Billings. Here's the start on board. Jill Billings gets ahead of me. Heading to Senna chicane. Meisen overtakes me. I'm now P5. Bartels Road, approaching turn 8. Brabham straight, braking for the hairpin. And in lap number 1, I was behind Meisen. A view of turn number 8. Everyone flat out. The number 10, John Owens, trying to overtake me on the inside of Foster's corner. I lock a little bit. Gets on my side on the main straight. He's able to overtake me before the chicane. The number 25 also taking a look. Ivan Wiggins also overtakes me. And immediately the number 11 of David Pugsy also tries to cash in, and he's side by side with me. At this point I was getting angry because my car just didn't have the speed. Myself, I could not find the rhythm for this circuit as well as I did on the last races. So many guys were quite faster than me on this circuit. I knew I was gonna get passed a lot on race 2. You see me touching the number 25 of Ivan Wiggins, heading into the chicane. Ivan Wiggins on the inside, heading to Senna chicane, making a move. He's able to overtake me. Lap number 4. And the number 11 also making a move on the inside, but not successfully. Lap number 4 and I have fallen to P7. Still a decent result. On the hairpin I make a move on Ivan Wiggins on the inside. I'm able to pull it off. Heading to Foster's. Ivan Wiggins right behind me. Also David Pugsy was able to get ahead. Wiggins is lap number 6. I make a move on the number 17 Richard Cook into P5, and I get right behind John Owens on the number 10 approaching turn 8. Heading to the chicane, Richard Cook makes a move on the inside. I have the inside light for the next corner. I'm able to defend. Ending lap number 8 behind John Owens. I lock up a little bit into Foster's. Lap number 9, still P5. This was already lap number 11, heading into turn 8. David Pugsy makes a move on me on the inside, very dangerous place. It's the same situation on board David Pugsy's car, approaching turn 8, flat out, very dangerous place to pass. Goes on the inside, pushes me outside. I was now back on P6. This was already the last lap of the race, lap number 12. I was pressing on, trying to catch David Pugsy and make the same move that he did on me on the last lap. Give him a little bit, a little taste of his own poison, so to speak. I was really pressing on, trying to close the gap. I managed to get on his bumper right before turn 8. Same situation as before, but this time I was on the inside. I stick to the inside. Pugsy on the outside, but Pugsy touches the wall. Here's the replay in slow motion. I'm on the inside, flat out. Pugsy on the outside, nowhere to go. Hits the wall. I was sliding, I go straight into him. Exit in the corner, we both make it. Heading into the hairpin. I brake hard, lock the brakes, lock the wheels a little bit. Pugsy right behind me, very angry for sure. Last corner of the race. Pugsy still fighting, and it's the checkered flag. P5, not a bad result, taking into account that I was not fast at all on this track. I tried my best, but not a bad result. I'm able to keep the lead in the championship. And here are the results for race number 2. Keith Meisen got the win, followed by Gilles Billing and Tom Staton. John Owens 4th position, and I ended up on P5, followed by David Pugsley. And so after 5 rounds out of 10, I was still ahead in the championship with 112 points, followed by Dan Wright with 105 points and Michael Gibbons with 92 points. So all I had to do was keep fighting for the win, keep being consistent, and try not to mess up many races, and surely I would win this championship. So see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, and peace.